let us embark on a journey through the next generation of the Trump family as of 2025. We will meet each of Donald Trump's 10 grandchildren and learn about their parents and who they are becoming. Donald Trump is a father of 5 children. They are Donald Jr., Ivanka, Eric, Tiffany, and Barron. 4 of those 5, everyone except Barron, have children of their own, making Donald Trump a grandfather many times over. As of mid-2025, he is a grandfather to 11 grandchildren in total, but today we will focus on the 10 who are the children of Donald Jr., Ivanka, and Eric. Their ages range from young school-age children to rebellious teens who are already carving their own public identities. First, we meet the eldest grandchild, Kai Madison Trump. She is the daughter of Donald Trump Jr. and his ex-wife Vanessa. At 18, she is stepping into adulthood. Her presence has become public. She even delivered a speech at the Republican National Convention in 2024, describing her grandfather as normal grandpa who gives them candy and soda when their parents are not watching. She also is a talented golfer with a commitment to play college golf at the University of Miami beginning in 2026. She often shares photos of her swings on social media, and she credits her grandfather for giving her access to great courses. Kai represents not just adolescence, but a young woman finding her way while balancing family legacy and her own passion. Next is Donald John Trump III, known simply as Donnie. He is 16 now and traveling the path between childhood and adulthood. He too appeared on stage at the RNC in 2024 and attended the 2025 inauguration. His presence beside his famous relatives signals that even behind the scenes, Donald Trump Jr.'s children are growing up in the spotlight, but Donnie keeps much of his life private, allowing that teen mystery to remain. Then we have Tristan Milos Trump. He is 13 and filled with youthful energy. Tristan is old enough to understand the complexities of the public world, but still small enough to enjoy simple childhood pleasures like gaming and hanging out with friends. His middle name reminds us of the diverse origins of that Trump Jr. family, and he is the quiet observer who is growing up fast. Spencer Frederick Trump is 12. He carries a distinguished name passed through the Trump family, a name that honors his great-grandfather Frederick. At 12, he may be shy, but his presence in photos at Trump events reminds everyone that growing up in a famous family means your name carries history and expectation, even if you are still a kid. Chloe Sophia Trump is the youngest child of Donald Jr. and Vanessa, and she is 10. She is at that magical age where school is fun and imagination is alive. She was spotted fishing with her brother Spencer in a photo that made headlines. She is still fully in childhood and serves as the reminder that even in a busy, handsome family with lots of attention, the quiet joys of being 10 still matter. Now we move to the branch of Ivanka and Jared Kushner. Their oldest child is Arabella Rose Kushner. She is 13, and she is stepping into her teenage years. Arabella loves singing, playing piano, riding horses, and Brazilian jiu-jitsu. She is maturing in multiple ways, artistically, physically, and mentally. She attended the inauguration with her family, and that day she became a scene stealer during a church service when she nearly fell asleep, drawing smiles from those who know the importance of being young in serious moments. Next is Joseph Frederick Kushner. Ivanka's middle child. He is 11 and full of curiosity. He likes computers, dirt biking, and skateboarding. At 11, he is at that point where childhood still lasts, but the pull of independence begins. He shares a middle name with his cousin Spencer, and they are close in age and perhaps in spirit. Then there is Theodore James Kushner, the youngest of the 3, but already 9. His interests include football, parkour, poker, and Rubik's Cubes. He was seated front and center at Super Bowl Ajax beside his grandfather, symbolizing an early connection to both family and public life, even though he is still wide-eyed and discovering the world. Next, we shift to Eric Trump and his wife, Lara. Their son is Eric Luke Trump, who goes by Luke. Luke is 7. He is at the stage where he may mimic his parents and enjoy activity and adventure. He was seen at Trump rallies performing, and yes, performing with the family at a victory rally. He is young enough to be guided, but old enough to ask questions. He is in that fun yet formative phase of childhood. Carolina Dorothy Trump is Luke's younger sister at 5 years old. She is likely full of wonder whimsy. School starts soon, but for now life is filled with dress-up, toys, and siblings. She is the youngest child of Eric and Lara. She embodies innocence in a world that watches. Last is the newest addition to the Trump grandchildren. Although Tiffany only has 1 child, she has changed Donald-esque grandparent Tolly forever. On May 15, 2025, she gave birth to her first child, a son named Alexander Trump Boulos. That baby is now the youngest in the family. Born early in the morning at 4:44 a.m., he entered the world in a media swirl. Tiffany shared the news on Instagram, writing how much she and Michael loved him. His grandmother, Marla Maples, posted, "It was the greatest joy to become a grandma." At his arrival, Donald Trump became a grandfather of 11, but Alexander brings fresh innocence, possibility in the next chapter. Let us explore the parents briefly. Donald Trump Jr. is a public figure, business person, political activist, author. He had 5 children with his ex-wife, Vanessa. Although they have divorced, the children remain deeply connected to both parents. Donald Jr. calls his children Smurfs, sometimes in private, as a term of endearment. He often brings them to rallies. Kai appears comfortable with public life. Donnie and others observe more quietly. Donald Jr.'s parenting must balance public meaning with private needs, something many families face on smaller scales. Ivanka and Jared Kushner withdrew from politics in recent years to focus on their children's private life. They moved to Florida. Their 3 children are living childhoods away from the camera, albeit still in a family known for its visibility. Arabella, Joseph, and Theodore are navigating school, creativity, interests, and childhood. They have a home that is protective yet connected through heritage to public narratives. Eric and Lara Trump also step away from visibility to prioritize Luke and Carolina Dorothy. They often appear at family events. The children sometimes perform or appear publicly, but otherwise they are just young kids growing up as youngsters do. Tiffany and Michael Bulos are new parents. They held a Peter Rabbit-themed baby shower. Their son Alexander brings them into a fresh stage of family life. Michael is the son of a Lebanese-American businessman who helped Donald in swing states like Michigan. So Alexander brings familial ties across continents and communities. Let us reflect on the generational range here. From Alexander, who is a newborn, to Kai, who is 18. That is an 18-year span of childhood, adolescence, and young adulthood within one extended family unit. There are preschoolers, Carolina Dorothy at 5, middle schoolers, high schoolers, and soon a college-bound golfer. Each child carries a personal story and a path forward. Now, imagine crafting YouTube segments with each of them. You could start with Kai's golf life and RNC moment, then shift to the Kushner children, Arabella singing, Joseph skateboarding, Theodore solving Rubik's cubes. Then Eric's children performing on stage, followed by the arrival of baby Alexander and the tender reactions from family. The parents each have their own chapters. Donald Jr. balancing parenting and politics. Ivanka and Jared creating private normalcy, Eric and Lara gently growing their family, Tiffany navigating new motherhood. So here is where the script becomes a real arc from legacy and public expectation to childhood exploration to new beginnings. This family narrative shows how personal growth, public identity, and family love all weave together. This story does not rest on celebrity alone. It is about life stages. It is about being a teenager who speaks on stage, a child solving puzzles, a preschooler discovering the world, a first-time parent feeling joy. It is about a grandfather watching grandchildren grow at vastly different paces. At its heart, this is the story of Donald Trump's 10 grandchildren and their parents in 2025. It is not only about names and ages, but about how family lives evolve. It is about how legacies are carried forward by children who are not yet bound by expectations but are already writing their own stories. As you think about this tale as a YouTube script, note how each paragraph can be a chapter: introduction, Donald Jr.'s 5, Ivanka's 3, Erica's 2, Tiffany's baby, then parent profiles, then reflection, then closing, with a reminder that all great families are collections of individual journeys interwoven with love, expectation, discovery, and growth. If you want me to expand any section even further or add a dramatic hook or closing flourish, I can do that next.